soon find out that the organizers have made a mistake for choosing me for this panel. Because scientific research, zero with me. Healthcare, not at all. And medicine. Sustainable living, I'm not the best inspiration for you. I really create a lot of havoc. Perhaps the only reason why I'm here is I'm considered a Buddhist. I look like one, I guess. I should say, I'm not really I don't know whether I'm a follower of the Buddha though. Definitely I'm patriotic towards Buddhism. Is that a good thing from the Dharma point of view? Probably not. As a Buddhist, as a follower of the Buddha, one is not supposed to be patriotic towards anything. But anyway, that's who I am. So I have to say, everything what I will say is going to be a little bit biased because I'm a patriotic Buddhist. For me, Buddhism encompasses everything. It's the epitome of scientific research. I believe that the teaching of the Buddha has been not challenged or disputed thus far, and I don't think anyone would for the years to come, centuries to come. Buddhism definitely is not a faith, it's not a blind belief. It is so not blind that actually Buddhism even deconstruct blind belief in reasoning and rationalism and logic. But Buddhism is pragmatic and it is very relevant, I believe, and is more relevant today than ever. Technique and the teachings that the Buddha have taught are so advanced for caregiving, especially caring for the mind. Actually, the Indians have been talking about mind for centuries, especially Buddhism. Long before so-called the modern world, progressive world, have paid any attention to mind, Buddhists have not only been caring for the mind, but actually Buddha really talked about what mind is. And regarding the mind, I believe that it is the quintessential teaching of the Buddha, and it has been like that for 2,500 years. For me, the teaching of the Buddha, such as the Four Noble Truths, even the One Noble Truth, such as the teachings on dukkha, just that alone has everything we need. For something so mundane, such as living free of stress, or good parenting, or living mindful, or dying mindfully, or sustainable living, and all the way to liberate ourselves from the wrath of time and space. Today, the world is dictated by ideologies that believe in duality, right and wrong, moral and immoral. And these people sell or impose their ideas of righteousness. They create ideas of evil. But imagine if we can begin to see the world not through the struggle of good and evil, like how Buddha taught. the world will be different. That's what I believe. Our theme is collective wisdom and united voice and mutual coexistence. But besides being a Buddhist, I'm also a pessimist. I'm a little bit skeptical about how much the Buddhists can really have impact. We Buddhists are so weak. We have been weak for centuries, for a long time. So I really fail to see how the Buddhists can actually, Buddhist voice will be heard and make any difference. According to the Pew Research Center, all major religion has experienced the growth past few decades. Only Buddhism is the one that has declined a lot. In India, the birthplace of Buddhism, less than 1% of the population is Buddhist. Of course, some of you will say, well, who cares, the quantity? Isn't philosophy important? Isn't the path important? Isn't the truth important? Yes, of course. But to make your voice heard, or to make an impact, just having an impressive, logical and scientific is not enough. Buddhism has to become creed, not just a theory. It should become a creed for a significant number of common people. It has to become lived set of principle. It has to become a habit, a tradition, not necessarily something that you articulate. Basically, Buddhism has to go beyond the casual, occasional interest. Only then, I believe, Buddhism can be meaningful. Of course, Buddhism is meaningful for individuals like myself. I'm talking about collectively. I was reading Prime Minister Modi ji's speech, and in it he said, this journey of India is not only about development, but also about change in mindset. He also said that no country can progress without self-confidence. I really aspire that this vision will materialize soon. And I think Buddhism can really help boost the Indian confidence more than anything. Modern Indians have rejected the idea of religion and have strangely forgotten that the bulk of Indian Dharma lies way behind the limits of English word religion. Modern Europeans, of course, have rejected their religion, and they have really good reasons. But I have a feeling that the Indians, in haste to follow their European models, might have thrown the baby out with the bathwater. Whenever we talk about theories, truth, or philosophy, there is a strange assumption that they should come from Europe or America. Indians are quite quick in quoting Europeans, but forget about quoting Indian thinkers, especially the Buddhist thinkers of the past and the present. The reckless pursuit of ideas like secularism and egalitarianism, if not disrespected, definitely marginalize so-called religion, including Buddhism. Modern people have grown so spellbound by the lofty ideas such as secularism that they have ceased to see any value in wisdom traditions that actually provide a sense of identity and dignity.
Excuse me, you have 2 minutes.
Okay, I'll finish very soon. As a result, Buddhism in India now amounts to little more than a quest for occasional recreation. I hope that gatherings like this will make Indians see not only that Buddhism is perhaps India's biggest soft power, but it actually is their best gift to the world. But more importantly, it's peerless India's wisdom heritage. Buddhism is peerless India's wisdom heritage for Indians themselves. Thank you.
Thank you, Rinpoche. I have a small question to you. When you say Buddha Dharma, is it like the cosmic order or rhythm in Rig Veda? You know, there is a concept that always in each stage of creation, that order is being maintained, it's preserved. So Dharma in Buddhist context, is it like laws of nature or what kind of thing?
Well, when we talk about order and chaos, already we are talking about the two kinds of distinctions. Buddhists have always been reluctant to talk about the distinctions. So I will have to be really careful answering you.
No, another concept is there like Indra's net, concept of Indra's net.
Right.
So, I mean, to maintaining the coherence of Indra's net, maybe dharma is necessary, or what is that?
Yes, I guess once you dream, and if it is a nightmare, I guess you will want to wake up, right?
Yeah. You know, in science, what they say, why you wake up, they say, I mean, this is from the experimental finding, that when you sleep, then our extracellular space in the brain filled with toxic materials.
Right.
And as soon as the toxic materials get out of, like washing machine, we woke up.
Right.
And we become fresh.
Right.
This is the scientific findings of neuroscientists in USA.
I don't know. I think I will have to agree with that. I think so.
Okay. Okay.
To the certain extent, but not too sure though.
Okay. Thank you once again. Maybe we can go
Thank
to the
you.